The turbulent 1960s would bring a change in attitude on many fronts. The decade would witness a revival in interest in arts and crafts and would plant the seeds for the movement's present-day success.
Arts, and especially crafts, became very important in the late 60s, early 70s, when it became a way for people to express a way of life that they wanted to have. Our parents had come here and really built the country and had certain values, which I think my generation found very materialistic. Along with that, we had desegregation, we had the Vietnam War, we had women's rights, and I think it was a time of a lot of people reevaluating their lives and looking for something that was more meaningful to them.
The 60s gave rise to a second generation of artisans that would take the beauty and business of handcrafted arts to new heights.
Tongue-in-cheek, I like to say we're just a bunch of capitalist hippies, actually making a living, playing for a living. As I create objects which I enjoy, which intrigue me, I'm usually quite surprised by them when I make them, because when I'm constructing my optical sculptures, the outside is it's covered with glue and tape and stuff like this, and I really don't see the object until I get all the sides polished. So there's a surprise to me too. Experience with the glass is one thing, but then if you're going to keep doing it, you need an income. And I learned a long time ago that marketing and business, there is a business in art. Would that we could be just up on the top of a mountain making our art and somehow we'd get supported. Well, it takes work. It's an evolution in the business where there is an artist, but there has to be a business sense. I have to be able to support the phenomenal gas and electric bills that I have.
After years of developing his craft and building a client base, glass designer Robert STEPHAN finds himself dealing with a new business scheme familiar to many present-day artisans.
It's gone from me interacting directly with the clients or the clientele or the collectors, the consumer, the people who will want to have beauty in their house and in their offices, to dealing with galleries where they are the agent, where they handle exposing me and my work to potential customers and collectors.
No one factor accounts for the increased popularity of arts and crafts over the past 20 years more than the rise of the gallery. From furniture to pottery to decorative arts, galleries offer a wealth of handmade items to buyers who otherwise may never be exposed to high-end arts and crafts. During the 60s, 70s, and parts of the 80s, even knowledgeable buyers had to make considerable effort to identify talented artists, view their work, and make a purchase. With the growth of galleries from big cities like Boston and New York to small towns like Asheville, North Carolina, and New Hope, Pennsylvania, the work of such artisans is available to all.
A gallery is a larger part of the creative process, and a gallery is an organic thing, and it is our artistry. It is each individual gallery owner's uniqueness, and so we use their objects to create like a collage, so to speak. And so we want things to be changing, and we want things to be fresh and exciting.
Today, galleries are a huge draw, with locals, tourists, and collectors alike. The sales generated by galleries have enabled artists to not only stay in business, but in many cases to flourish. Gallery owners must know where to find the best new and established artists who are creating the most enticing work. For this task, gallery retailers turn to a conceptual event that has transformed the world of arts and crafts over the past 20 years.
Because there's been a tremendous revolution in American crafts since the 50s, things began to happen that really made it, I think, a lot easier for craftspeople. And one of them was wholesale craft fairs, where artists who were ready to sell their work, who had developed a body of work, could now schedule their work so that they could sell to galleries. And so people could get together, and it made it light. It opened up a life for artists. It opened up a life for craftspeople.
Wholesale shows, such as the twice-yearly Buyers Market of American Craft in Philadelphia, bring together gallery owners and artists from all over the country.
It would be really difficult for a small artist or a small craftsperson such as myself to get the really geographic exposure that we've received at this show. As an independent artist, I have a studio in Laguna Beach where I do manufacturing, and we have it available to the public, but I do a couple of local hometown shows. But the dynamics of being exposed to, you know, the retail market, the art and gallery, the collectors, this has been really extraordinary for me.
90% of my business is selling to galleries and higher-end retail stores, you know, any place that can sell high-quality gifts. And that's, you know, the store owners and gallery owners come here to, you know, look at all the work that the people have done here. And this is really the market for them to come find us.
I remember the first show that we did, I wrote so many orders that the last day of the show, I shut the booth down. I was terrified that I would not be able to fill my orders. The show has grown tremendously. There's over 600 different exciting jewelers, glass blowers, potters, two-dimensional artists. It's very stimulating to walk around and see all of the creative energies that people have put together and the effort they've made to come here.
I've been working on this for weeks now, trying to get ready for this show. It's so exhausting doing these shows. We come in, we're setting up till into the evening to do these shows. The building is freezing because the wind's blowing through here. They got the doors open. Everybody's in your way. You're trying to haul your stuff in. And then you get up early and come down here first thing in the morning to finish getting ready. And it's always, we're never ready till the show's half over, it seems like.
For artisans such as Jonathan Simons, wholesale shows are about bringing their creations to a market of interested buyers. But in order to best showcase their designs, the artists must develop an attractive way of presenting their work. Of course, they also have to be prepared to take orders.
Having a degree in business has really helped, but so much of this business is common sense and just paying attention to what's going on, paying attention to the market, paying attention to your price points, what sells, what doesn't sell, what the market needs. Listening to the customers is very important.
I think the trick of having a business is balancing it with your lifestyle. Because of the nature of this, you can jump into wholesale if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, or you can go out on the road at another time and just experience all kinds of art shows and make a very nice living doing either or both. It's just a matter of what works for you and how ambitious you actually want to be.
As more and more people, younger people, started to get out of college, take a few art courses or majored in art, and realized that they would come in and our shop and many of the shops, and we would say, not only can you make a good living, you can make an excellent living if you stay focused on the principles of quality craft and business.
This show has grown immensely, both it really stimulates creativity because competition is really a very good thing. You look around, you see what else is being made. You may not feel as though you're actually making the work, and you don't want to stay too long doing the same thing. So you end up making better work, going home, pushing the edge. So the show really stimulates it in many more ways than just financially, just selling. It's creativity as well.